Transmission from Smackdown Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
And welcome to Smackdown. I am your host, Adam Baum, the Jew that leads the crew. Tonight's crew consists of my usual cohort, maybe Medine. What's up, buddy? How are you today?
Greetings, aliens.
Aliens? We're doing an alien gimmick tonight? All right, sure. And also joining me for a Tuesday night, first time in a long time.
Hi, Brian.
What's up, Brian?
How are you, man?
I've missed you.
I know, dude. It's been a while. It has been.
Can I just say, not to stroke Medine's ego, but he's so much better than you.
I've been hearing good things.
Brian, don't listen to him.
We'll see.
You know what? And I heard you brought another guest, too.
Who? Oh, yeah. I put her to bed.
You know what? I should call DSS on you.
Yeah, right?
A little kayfabe break. I had to, I got free tickets, but didn't realize that I was trying to get free tickets to a show for Lana Del Rey for my fiance that was on a Tuesday night.
Good job.
So I got stuck on baby duty. I got her to go to sleep about 10 minutes before we kicked off here. So otherwise, I was going to wear one of those things where she sits in front of me and just hope she doesn't fuck with the mic or something like that.
Like, seriously, if you did that, like, I would have
best show ever.
No, BCW would be in here so fast.
Best show ever.
I thought you said ECW.
No, it would be BCW, as in Bureau of Child Welfare, because this guy is the worst parent ever.
Oh,
you know what kind of debauchery goes on in this studio when the cameras are off, and you would bring a baby in here?
I know it doesn't happen during the cameras.
It's horrible. It's horrible. You're disgusting human beings.
What you need to make a good Smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
You know what I did?
What's that?
I forgot to introduce the board.
Come on, what the fuck? You already fucking up?
Isn't that terrible? I'm not even going to fade the music out.
Nice fade out?
I forgot to do the board.
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on.
Teddy's here. That's his sound effect. Stike Leather's here. Kashmir just joined us. Anybody else? Did I miss somebody else on the board? Anybody else join us yet?
I don't know because the board isn't up.
The board's not up for you guys?
No, we just have the sound thing going here. That's
really?
Why don't you throw the fucking board up?
Here, just grab my tablet. Oh, God.
It was just up.
I don't pay attention to that.
It was just up.
Juan is here also. Just, oh, God.
And I said right before the show. You're like, yeah, I got it.
Here.
Oh, you said it. You had the keyboard. Yeah, it's right there.
All right.
I have it. It's right there.
You guys, the two of you were great when you're by yourselves. Why are the two of you together?
He was just praising you.
Should be the sum of all parts. You should be better when you're solo or together. I don't know. Number one, friends with no benefits. Sammy and KO, they got to fight next week for number one contender, but they end up fighting kind of this week. Sammy leaves him hanging in the main event. Daniel Bryan announced a lot tonight with the way it all happened. So Sammy and KO are going to fight for the opportunity at Fastlane to be the number one contender against AJ. And then the winner of that is going to fight Knock at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't mind this versus a four-way or some bullshit like that. So, but I don't know if I exactly like it either.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I've been saying this from the beginning. Sammy and KO are not going to last. And they've already set the wheels turning for dissension. Last night when Sammy took, not last night, 2 nights ago when Sammy took Ty's spot and was like, don't worry, I got this. And now tonight, skipping ahead a little bit, they had a little promo backstage where KO is like, don't worry, I won't fail you, or vice versa. And then he says, KO was like, not tonight, to insinuate that in the future, next week, Sammy won't be successful. I think Sammy's going to win next week.
I wanted to play the Angry Elf sound effect. Juan was wondering where Rody Rob is, and he was talking positive about Trump. He's in there watching the State of the Union. That's what.
And something else, too.
Yeah.
kind of sitting.
Yeah, he's watching the baby sleep as well.
So I kind of agree with you. I think that Sammy could win.
I think he should win.
Maybe not clean, but I think he will be the winner of the match next week. And then, like you said, go to Fastlane and probably not, definitely not win.
Steichler says he personally would like to see AJ versus Sammy over AJ versus KO. We've seen it for about a year. I would too.
And one thing about Sammy, if he's going to stay in this heel role, which I think he's going to be the heel as opposed to KO's face, he needs to go from annoying to dastardly. He needs to be an evil, sinister Sammy, not this little yappy Sammy.
His promo tonight was a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
At the end of the night.
And
so when you talk about that, I wouldn't say it's as evil as you're wanting there, but it's a step.
Slowly turn up the dial each week, get worse and worse and worse, till you get to an apex where it's like, you know what? We have no choice but to boo this guy and cheers to KO.
Go from sarcasm to true like anger.
Villainy.
Yeah,
just straight
villainy. That's the word I'm looking for.
Hall
of Famer Noah's here.
And yeah,
there he is.
Trying to gather the money to send this package for you, buddy.
Hey, how the fuck do you get this thing to get so it leans up? What the fuck am I doing?
You unclip it.
Dude, okay.
Okay.
So, like, I've been wrestling this thing
Flip
for
it
the past
upside
5 fucking minutes.
You're upside down. Turn it around.
Anyway.
Okay, now put the thing facing you, the lip facing you.
But
there you go,
I had it
Jack.
upside down.
Adam,
Jesus
let me ask you
Christ.
this.
Okay.
With Sammy being the sinister Sammy, as I'll call him.
Sinister Sammy.
Sinister Sammy, is that enough to turn the crowd towards KO's favor? Because KO is a great heel, and he has been for quite some time. Is the crowd going to buy cheering for him?
Well, here's the dynamic, though, right now. Sammy and KO are both heels, and AJ and Knock are both faces. So you can play with it without, I think, turning anyone. It's not a storyline. You need a face and a heel for a long storyline. This is just going to play out between now and the March pay-per-view, Fastlane. Justin's on the board. He says, Adam, you're a tool. Thank you, Justin. Welcome. See, I'll read whatever.
This thing is fucked, by the way, still.
Yeah. Really?
FUCT.
Bro, here. Let me see some fucking sorcery.
What the fuck are you doing?
Let's see.
Dropping F-bombs
Sorcery.
everywhere. So KO, I don't know.
Hey, just to balance it, it doesn't like lock into anything? What kind of...
No, it's got a groove there. That's how it locks in.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
It's a groove thing.
That is not safe.
Christ.
Where'd you get
Brian
this thing?
needs
It's a
an
piece of garbage.
Brian
Spec?
needs an instruction manual. Yeah, is anyone watching? Teddy brings up the question. 205 Live GM, bring that up. The end of the day, is any of this going to matter? Or because AJ is going to fight Shin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
the title isn't changing hands, so
No.
it's just going to be, it's just filler until we get to Mania.
Do you think there's any... remember when Ray, actually I think also Benoit, they ended up in a triple threat at Mania.
Yeah, they ended up fighting.
Benoit was with Michaels and Triple H, and Ray was with Kurt and Randy.
Yeah.
So who's to say AJ doesn't cash in his rematch after losing to Sammy?
No.
And what, have a triple threat at Mania?
No.
No,
Yes.
the big money match is
No.
AJ Styles against Nakamura.
Here's my question. The big money match, you're exactly right, is AJ Styles versus Nakamura. What do you do with KO? Is he fighting Sammy? Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, he is. The other alternative, and this is kind of left fieldish, but things with him and Shane are not solved. They're still beefing with Shane in a roundabout kind of way. Shane gets his ass kicked by them again. Maybe brings Randy into the mix because Randy's not doing anything.
Well, here's what I got to say.
Please listen to my voice. Take it from the
Oh.
wise old Jew.
We don't have a choice.
I think this is all a gigantic swerve to go to Fastlane. AJ is still going to be fighting Knock at Mania, but this is a big swerve because you brought up Shane and Daniel, and here's how it's going to play out. Daniel Bryan, by doing this tonight, it's all a work between the three of them. It is all a work because next week, the two of them are going to put on a match that finishes with both of them on their back with a hand on each one of them so that it's a double pin, and then Daniel Bryan will declare it's a triple threat. Again, not to put it over. And what's going to happen at Fastlane is then they're going to go in the triple threat, and somehow Daniel Bryan and Shane feud will come to a head to set up their rivalry for Mania. There you go. Smartest guy in the room. Every bit of that, I bet, will happen. Brian, do you disagree? I've said it to Medine before.
Let him go. I wasn't listening, honestly. I was checking out something
You're
else.
so worthless.
Tuned you out. Okay, but then what happens with Sammy and KO? You tie them up at Mania 2 together?
They may be somehow involved with the whole Daniel Bryan and Shane thing. If they don't do this, Stephanie and Triple H doing the mixed tag team with Ronda Rousey, if they don't go that route, Medine, you add Triple H and you reveal that the four of them have all been in cahoots.
That's kind of left fieldish.
I think
It's a nice swerve, but everybody's gonna be like, "What?"
I think Daniel Bryan as a puppet master doesn't work. I think if you reveal later on, it's like when Rikishi supposedly was the one who took out Stone Cold.
That's still left field to this day. You're like,
right.
"What?"
But then it was revealed, Triple H paid him to do it or whatever. So you're like, oh, okay, Triple H was the one behind this.
I don't know. I think
That's
Triple
where
H
I'm going off that.
He's just too invested in Raw to even worry about what the hell's going on in SmackDown.
He's got to be invested in both if he's getting ready to take over.
Is he?
He has to be.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Brian?
So I just want to fill you guys in while you guys were going back and forth, which was great, by the way.
Shut up.
205 Live, GM.
Spud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can read the board. While you were looking it up on your phone,
Well, I was looking
our
at it,
board
too.
was telling us.
Yeah, no, I know, but I wanted to see for my own fucking 4 eyes. So
So do you want to
There's
explain
that.
who Spud is?
Rockstar Spud. He was in Impact. He was started out kind of as a lackey. If you think Rey Mysterio is small, this guy kind of he's.
Are you disappointed since you bring up Ray? Because he was a rumor.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't fit there.
He can't talk.
He can't
have a GM
he
that
can't-
He can
can't
talk just
talk.
fine.
I honestly thought
he can, but I'm talking not English. It's not great to cut promos in a mask. Okay, it's just not.
dude, but it doesn't matter. You can see his face and stuff. That's not the issue. It's not. I don't want to say that he's above it, but yeah, he kind of fucking is.
above it.
Yeah, right. Spud, I guess that's a good hire. I honestly thought that it was going to be Nigel McGuinness. I thought he was going to get
Well, remember
the
he
bump
got
doing that.
sick. He wasn't even on Takeover.
Right, in which I don't know. That could have just been
I'm sure that didn't make them
work.
change the decision, but
right.
Let's get the lasso rope out and rope this back.
Number 2.
Yeah. Sorry.
Number 2, this one will go quick. Pardon the inner bludgeon.
So the Usos come out.
They put somebody, just like when I get a sound effect and I'm like, hey, I'm going to hit the button 1,000 times. Somebody in the truck got that jail thing. And this is on the cusp of them getting the whole glass break broken thing. So now they have one for SmackDown to run into the ground.
I don't know, these new graphics they're putting up on SmackDown with the words on the screen.
Yeah, the blue and white ones, right?
Don't like that
The
either.
boxy ones.
They did that on Mixed Match Challenge too. But
I liked it on Raw last night.
did you?
I thought it looked good.
The graphics, the updated ones on Raw definitely looked a lot sleeker.
The reason I like the ones on Raw is they look like the old bills that you would see, when people were advertising for a show around town.
Right. But
They
that's
would-
not what they had tonight.
But it was modern. That's not what they had tonight.
No.
I wasn't paying any attention.
Yeah,
I had my daughter.
They just had words on the
Not the shit
screen,
like that.
like basically would say a sentence and the most important word that they felt was relevant would pop up on the screen. The Usos, good promo, but they just recapped what they've done over the past 6 months, going from a team.
They shit on
Hold
the
on,
whole
going from
division
a-
while they did that.
Well, they've pretty much shit on the whole division. They've beat everybody there is to beat. They finished their promo. It was good. It was solid. And then the music starts. And you're thinking, well, we haven't seen these guys in weeks. Bludgeon Brothers come out. You think there's going to be a confrontation? The Bludgeon Brothers ignored them completely. Walked right past them as if they weren't even there. And then walked into the ring with 2 jobbers that weren't even there.
Brian, before I go to you, I want to put take Medine's thought and transform it a little bit for you to reply. His mention of them walking down, do you think that was a pop test instead of actually booking them to see if anyone even gives a shit if the Bludgeon Brothers fought the Usos?
Potentially, but they're also saving it, I think, because that could be something that they're going to be doing for Fastlane.
Maybe. Who's on the board? Well, they could have built it tonight.
Right.
But it is a long build.
Yeah.
Who's on the board? Hello? Caller?
Hello, hello.
Whoever
we
it
cannot
was.
hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, whoever it was,
Try again.
we heard him chewing or whatever. The other part of this is American Beta goes from fighting for the tag titles to, what did you say, Medine, the bottom of the division?
When they went to the Fashion Files.
Yeah, so, well, that's the,
So, I mean,
I guess that's the punchline of the division.
yeah.
It's not even the bottom.
No, but, I mean, just a couple of days ago, and what I was reading was there was a possibility, because Adam and I were talking when we were off camera during that match on Sunday, and we were discussing, debating, has there ever been a 2 out of 3 where teams won 2 in a row? I was reading that Gable possibly...
We talked about this Sunday when you were asleep.
About Gable
No,
falling off the top rope?
The 2 out of 3.
Okay, so let me finish again. So Gable apparently fell off the top rope when he was supposed to break up the pin, and it looked like a botch, so they just went ahead with the roll-up, and now they're saying, well, this is their punishment for fucking up the end of that match. There goes your shot. Now you got to start over again. We're not giving you another shot. We need somebody fresh to come in. So you give Ben Gable to Breezango.
I think that there just wasn't enough heat on the rivalry to carry it on any longer.
True, there wasn't.
Yeah, I think it could have been that simple.
They did a good job establishing them.
And they didn't want to take them off TV.
No, but they're good. They're decent enough heels to get heat, but it's not hot enough.
Yeah, I think that's exactly just what it was tonight, was just a way for them to get heat. And I know that's kind of sounds stupid because, yeah, that's their fucking heels. That's what they should be doing. But them kind of just picking a fight with teams like,
well,
as silly as they are, I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Well, they traded spots in the division, if you think about it. The Bludgeon Brothers had been fucking around with the Ascension and Breezango. Now they're fucking with Usos. The Usos had been messing with, whoever we were just talking about. American
Ben
Beta.
Gable.
Yeah.
And now they're flip-flopping. And Rusev Day, we'll get to that in a minute, but they appear to be with New Day kind of just in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sure what we're going to do with them. We might go singles.
Yeah,
We might go...
They're taking that team and both teams and turning them into single competitors right now.
Yeah, and they're going to work that angle, which is surprising tonight. Here's our segue. Number three, the women get a segment. And here's why. There was no 6-women tag match. We did have, of course, a bunch of people come down to the ring, but we had a, kind of one-on-one situation. We even had the Carmella thing. There was a lot that played out here. Brian, you were saying you were reading an article that the Riot Squad needs to break up, or was that you, Medine?
No, I did some notes the other night after Royal Rumble, actually yesterday morning when I was hungover. And the Riot Squad, you either got to split them up, have them feud with another group, or use them to make Charlotte look stronger for Ronda. And that's what they started to do tonight. Only thing is that they rewound what they've already done, because they started doing this like 2 months ago, where the Riot Squad would come, jump Charlotte. Charlotte would, mount kind of a comeback. Maybe she would get saved by Naomi, but they're just starting over what they did a couple months ago. So this didn't feel fresh tonight to me.
It didn't, but they had to play out the whole Rumble thing, which is why I don't like the whole chamber now having to be played out, because you're taking all the people and putting them into one. I would have rather seen them also had a rivalry for Charlotte during this time, because she's just hanging around in the background.
Yeah, she hasn't defended the title on television in at least a month. And has only had the title for about 3.
What did you think about the ref swerve,
Not even
Brian,
2.
with Carmella?
What was that?
What did you think about the ref
ref's
swerve
work?
with Carmella?
Oh, it was cool. I honestly thought that she was going to cash in. I thought that was an interesting thing that they could throw in there, because how long has she had the case for now?
Well, and
Quite some time.
The thought that she would fight at WrestleMania, give her it now, have her lose it at Fastlane, but it would have been a great work, I think, tonight, because it gives her an opportunity. After Mania, I mean, she's just been holding on to this belt. They haven't even really featured her outside of 6-women tag matches. So my whole point of this is, tonight it would have shocked the shit out of us.
Money in the Bank is when? July?
Just about
June?
around June, July.
June. Money in the Bank is now a joint pay-per-view.
Right.
So
yeah.
She has to use it. What is it? A year?
Yeah.
So she has till then. You're not going to let her do it at Mania.
I don't know.
You're not going to let her do it at Fastlane going into Mania. So tonight would have been the night. I think it was a missed opportunity.
I disagree.
If she does it at Mania, that'd be good. That'd be good if it was one of the ones where she actually doesn't win. that, I mean, imagine the pop there with having the crowd there. I mean, they'll cheer for anything at Mania. It's a completely
Mania.
different beast.
Yeah. I like the idea of letting her lay in the weeds and not do anything. Keep her off TV. Like, we hadn't seen her in a little while, and then all of a sudden she popped up tonight. Just her popping up was enough to make us go, oh, what's about to happen? I knew it wasn't going to happen. It didn't have that feel.
Stike Leather says that Charlotte versus Ruby at Fastlane, winner faces Asuka at Mania. I still think that Asuka's going to go face Charlotte.
I hope so, but I don't think so.
I mean, I don't think I love Alexa Bliss. I think Sasha Banks, Bayley, can go. Sasha proved that last night with Asuka, but I think it's just a better story.
It is.
To put Asuka versus Charlotte.
It's a better match. It's actually a potential show stealer.
Oh, clearly. And if there's we were discussing it last night, if there's any consideration for women's chamber main event and then women main eventing Mania, it would be for Charlotte Asuka.
Yeah.
It would not be for Asuka, anybody on Raw.
What about Asuka Rousey?
No, that's next year. I was talking about that earlier. I think next year at WrestleMania 35, wherever that's going to be, you'll have Asuka and Rousey competing against one another with their undefeated streaks on the line. That means Asuka does not lose until then, and neither does Rousey.
But that's assuming that. Well, I don't want to. I'll save it.
No, go ahead.
J-Matt is on Twitch. He says, "What's going on, guys?" And so is Big Dick Cito. He says hi. Justin, he says the Riot Squad, he agrees with you, Medina, is a broken record. And cashing in at Mania, that's the Rollins effect, but not a good plan for Carmella. It wouldn't work for Carmella. It's not the same hype.
But be unsuccessful. But do it in a creative, fun, some fucking way where she definitely doesn't win. And
maybe a fake cash-in. Cashmere says it was just fake cash-in was from Carmella to remind us that she had the briefcase because some people forgot.
Could be.
So, I don't know. I like the idea of having her cash in on the SmackDown Women's Champion at Mania.
Oh.
After a match between Charlotte and Asuka, those two are going to have a grueling, long match. The winner is going to be worn the fuck out. Okay. Why not Carmella just cash in then?
Okay, so Carmella's not cashing in until the night after Mania, Noah says. At Elimination Chamber, Stike says he would like to see Bayley win the title. Then the next night, Sasha goes full heel in the two-face at Mania. If Asuka jumps to fight Charlotte, I wouldn't mind a heel Sasha Bayley feud.
Yeah, I mean, well, we've been calling for that for a while.
I don't disagree with that, Stike. That could play out really, really well. Final point that I want to focus, since you guys talked about Rousey here, is where does Rousey fit into Stike's plan, or where does Rousey fit in
right now?
Because if she goes against Charlotte, I mean, the reason I bring this up is because last night Ronda Rousey got shown in video clips. Nobody talked about her. Charlotte talked about her.
He talked, yeah.
It again is my second point from the earlier Bludgeon Brothers one. Is this a pop test?
You don't need a pop test.
Do they not know yet where Asuka's going and where Rousey's going? They know that they're going to book them both, and so they're doing pop tests to see what the crowd wants.
Honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with The Rock and his availability for Mania, because I think...
Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit on the Mud Report.
So, yeah, if The Rock is available, then they do that segment that they had a couple of years ago in Frisco. If not, I heard Braun is a backup because of the whole Triple H Survivor Series thing that they left unsettled. I mean, you could have her wrestle, but I think people would go ape shit if she was actually to beat one of the two champions because she's a rookie. She's just coming in, especially if she doesn't look good. And
it's always weird when that happens, though, because you're at your ceiling right away.
That's why I think that her first match isn't going to be until Mania. I know you guys think I'm crazy.
No.
Oh, you agreed. I think he was telling me to go
I agree with
kick rocks. So we can all agree her first match is going to be at WrestleMania.
I just don't think it should be a title match.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
And I think it's a bad booking if she doesn't win it.
You think
she's got to. She has to win.
Starts off 0-1. She has to win.
Well, that's why she can't be in a match where it's for the belt.
Right.
Can't be.
Because then you're just diminishing your champion.
What if she's in the women's chamber?
Nah.
She's not. I mean,
she goes in as champion.
She's just not ready yet.
Bro. Exactly.
I
She's been training in
but
pro
we're
wrestling.
talking about her debut is going to be Mania.
Yeah.
That's a good argument. You could say, all right, so she can show up at Elimination Chamber, kind of get her toes wet, versus. And
then have a couple one-offs, between then and Mania to build.
Having to come out just for your first shot at Mania.
She's got to learn to work with these people.
Yeah. I mean, she's been training with Natty in the back or in the Performance Center. So it's not like she's, completely green. She has been doing something. But do you really want her winning the title in her first match?
Berto thinks that Rousey's going to take the Undertaker spot at Mania and go undefeated and stuff if that happens.
If that happens,
And
I'm not watching wrestling
J-Matt86
anymore.
says, good show. Thank you, J-Matt. I don't know if you're talking about us or SmackDown, but I'm going to say thank you.
Yeah, we'll take it.
4,
State of the U.S. address. I am not talking about that ass clown that we have for a president. I am talking about the new number one contender for the U.S. title. It's Rusev Day.
It is.
He
I thought it was
qualified
Tuesday.
as the number one contender on Rusev Day. He was going to fight next week for the title on Rusev Day. And afterwards, whether he's the champ or not, he will still be Rusev Day.
What's today?
It's Rusev Day.
Rusev Day.
It's also Tuesday.
Brian, didn't you say there was a calendar you can buy where every day on the calendar is Rusev Day?
For $9.99 they're selling it for. I almost bought it.
Nice.
Every day is Rusev Day. And it's just a different picture of Rusev. It's
So-
actually kind of fucking funny.
So we should call this Rusev Day Smackdown now. I mean, that should just be the name of the show.
Is it crazy how fucking over
Yes.
he is? Is that why they don't care that they're doing face versus face for the U.S. title?
I guess not. I mean, technically, he's not really a face yet. Technically, they haven't.
Oh, he is
I
so
know.
fucking
No,
over.
the crowd has made him over, but they're still booking him
Exactly.
like he's a heel.
Well, the thing is he's that funny heel now.
Right.
You know, almost the way Kurt was.
Mm-hmm. But I think it'll come to a point where they're going to have no choice but to book him face, which I think is coming up.
And I think it's great that he has someone to do it against. That Aiden English guy is going to be his first guy that puts him over. As
Stike says he got the calendar. He has a Rusev calendar.
nice.
Oh, there you go. See?
Tweet
Way
us
to go,
a
Stike.
picture.
Is Lana in any of the months?
No.
No. That's
No.
a disappointment.
It's only that would be funny if on Rusev's birthday there was just a picture of Lana's butt.
Yeah, there has to be some Lana on there.
What?
You know, like he gets anal on his birthday or something.
Gee, you're like a fucking 12-year-old.
And if she's
I'm
facing backwards, then it just plays. It's an innuendo that's not
No, it's great.
forced in your face.
Back to the match, though. I'm really surprised that they booked Rusev to win. Usually you look at the heel and you think, oh, okay, Jinder's going to get another shot.
Nope, Jinder's
No.
gone.
So
Out of the picture.
what's the possibility, though? Brian and I were talking that they do a double turn where they have Bobby go heel and Rusev go face.
Well, Cashmere on the board says we're forgetting something. We got face. Maybe we don't need to switch either because the heel is going to show up and interfere in the match next week. That is going to be Dolph Ziggler.
Ah.
He's clearly not gone. He was number 30 in the Rumble, and he was not on the show tonight. And Berto, he says which belt's going to get the ladder match at Mania this year.
That one.
Yeah, he says U.S. title makes the most sense right
Yeah,
now.
I've
And I
already
agree with him.
I've gotten that written down with four.
Noah says cruiserweights.
No,
May-
no.
maybe.
Cruiser's going to be pre-show. You're not going to blow your wad at fucking 6 o'clock when the show goes till midnight.
Yeah, remember Austin Aries and
And
Neville?
Neville.
They were so good on the pre-show, and nobody was in their seats except for us. And Brian was stuck there because he was crippled, so he couldn't even walk around like
Yep.
we were.
It's true. Fact.
They
It
need
happened.
two more. If they're gonna have a good ladder match, guys, they need two more participants.
No. You got to go to full 6 at least.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You need two more participants.
Oh, here we
You only
go.
have four
Well,
right
who
now.
would be the 4?
I got one.
Right now, you got. Go
You
ahead.
got Rusev, Bobby Roode.
No, go. No,
Jinder.
go for it.
Rusev, Bobby Roode, Jinder, and Corbin right now.
Okay, I forgot about Corbin because
Oh,
he's
let's
so
throw in
forgettable.
Ziggler. And, did I throw Ziggler in there too?
Yeah, that's 5 now. Who's the 6?
I don't know.
Jericho.
Maybe Kofi.
I was thinking about one of the New Day guys if they're not
Yeah.
going to be.
Kofi or Xavier.
Do
Maybe
anything.
Xavier gets the push or something. I don't know. That's our topics. Anybody want anything to say before I move on?
Nope. Move on.
Nope.
Board, get ready.
Presents
Go ahead. Make my day.
So we got the good, the bad, the glorious, creative fail, and LOL. 5 awards in all. Let's get it started as the sound effect fucks it up.
Yeah. What the hell was that?
Teddy says, how many WrestleManias have I been to? I have seen them all live on TV. No, I've been to 2 in person, Orlando and Miami.
I've been to 3: New Jersey, New Orleans, and Orlando.
I've been to 2. Jersey and Orlando.
Yeah, well, Jersey was home for you, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, well, even if it's
New
not,
York.
that-
No, fuck off.
that-
New
that-
York was.
but I'm saying you went home.
Yes.
If you weren't living there, you went home. That's how I went to Miami. It's because my parents live 40 minutes from Miami, so I got to go stay with them. I didn't have to pay any hotels.
Well, actually, I
didn't have to book
stayed out
anything.
there. I was actually. It was for a bachelor party. Believe it or not, it was fucking.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome. Went to the Hall of Fame. Fucking sat there for 5 hours, listening to people talk.
That's pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah, that was good.
So, good. What's your good, Medine?
My good was, I guess I'll go with I'll go with Rusev Day. Yeah, I'll go with Rusev Day. It took me a minute because there was a good amount of good, but Rusev Day is always a good choice.
Brian?
I had the same thing. Rusev for me. I mean, he's just. I actually, who did I pick? I picked Zack Ryder. I thought they were going to give him another kind of be the long shot.
Maybe he's number 6 in the ladder match we were discussing. Estrada's here.
Hey, Estrada.
And alive. I don't know what that means.
He did win that Intercontinental Championship a couple years ago in a ladder match at WrestleMania.
And they did nothing with him.
He lost the next day.
He got his girlfriend stolen by frickin' what's his nuts? Cena.
Cena,
and they
yeah.
did nothing with him. Cena just started fighting with Kane instead.
Eve Torres.
Yeah. Good is Justin. He says Rusev Day. Good is Big E throwing pancakes at Graves, is what Stike says. Good is Carmella's attempt to cash in and looking good while doing it, Cashmere says. Stike's rubbing it in that he's been to 7 Manias. Thanks, Stike.
Damn, son.
And good, Hall of Famer Noah has my good, so I'm just going to read his because it's the same. The Fatal 4-Way. All 4 dudes looked good in it. Even Jinder is improving. Jinder is improving, but losses to a character like Jinder are not helping at all.
His acne is not, nor are his nipples.
Yeah,
they look fucking puffy and weird.
Why were you even talking about it?
Just hey, it's observation.
Estrada says he's alive because he tried to get drunk with us for our anniversary show, and he passed out drunk, and that's why he wasn't here yesterday. But he is as alive as Enzo's career. Oh, wait.
Wait a minute.
His rap career?
I don't know. Poor Enzo.
He
Not
can
really.
Fuck off. No,
Bad.
not poor Enzo. Fuck
Bad.
off, Enzo.
I'm going to kick it off. Bad to me was the Bludgeon Brothers coming out and not doing anything with the Usos. And the whole Uso graphic being overused that everybody's in jail. Yeah, we already know. What do you got, Medine?
My bad was the Ty Dillinger booking. Yeah, he got ousted by Sammy and KO on Sunday. Didn't get any kind of revenge tonight exacted, and ended up end of days for his troubles.
All right, I give it to you. What you got, Brian?
My bad was the Usos during their promo with the whole fucking gimmick where they had the graphics go over with the jail cell. I thought that was just absolutely terrible.
That's exactly what I just said if you were paying attention, but
nope.
I agree completely with you. Stike Leather on the board, bad with the Riot Squad, just repeating everything Charlotte said. Yeah, you heard Medine bitching about it earlier. Bad for Justin. American Beta bar lowered. Yeah, it is now for sure. Strata says Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Cashmere also says the Ruby Riot promo. She just regurgitated everything everyone ever said about Charlotte. No type of originality at all. Bad, the engine in my car blowing up. That's for Teddy.
Jesus.
Replace it with a bong. Noah says the bad. The random text on the screen WWE had for some of the promos tonight felt like half-assed subtitles.
It was really weird.
I'm glad he mentioned it. I wasn't paying attention that closely to see it. Why?
It looked like the font for like an Instagram story, like a little boxy outline with like the letters, the different color.
You think that was intentional?
Like that. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's just a failed attempt to kind of, I don't know, make it look more relatable, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Medine and Board, get ready for your glorious. Medine, what's yours?
Glorious goes to... this is another tough one. So I took the Fashion Files because they're back.
All right. Brian.
You know what? I kind of enjoyed the main event. I thought the whole thing that they're doing with KO and Sammy and the whole kind of just seems like they're imploding. I think they did a good job telling that story.
Mine, before I go to the board, mine is the Swerve. And nobody else thinks it because everybody's
Carmella?
buying in. No, the whole thing with Sammy and KO and Daniel Bryan. I think they're still in cahoots. I think this is a way, I guarantee you, if it's not like a double tap or it's going to be a double pin, there's going to be a double count out. There's a way that it's going to turn into a triple threat at Fastlane. It just will, because that's got to be the reason why we didn't get the triple threat at Royal Rumble. It's got to be. Glorious for the board. Stike Leather, he says Rusev Day getting a push. Nakamura saying, I will beat you at WrestleMania to everything AJ said. I don't know why I thought that was funny. Is glorious for Noah. What do you have for creative fail over there, Medine?
The graphics.
The graphics tonight?
Yeah, the graphics.
I'll give you a couple points for that. Late glorious for the board. Kashmir, UFC announcing a super fight between Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic.
Stipe Miocic.
Okay, sure, in July.
Yeah, for the what's it called? Weight class versus weight class. Well, Cormier's moving up a weight class.
So they're
he's a light heavyweight.
So they're competing for each other's belt. The winner
belt
walks out
for
with
belt.
two belts?
Yeah, they're both the coaches for the Ultimate Fighter this season too.
Right.
Oh, Justin agrees with my glorious. He says the KO Sammy possible imposition swerve. It will. My creative fail. No Ty revenge. Ty got taken out. You could have at least let him get a little bit of revenge. At least have a match tonight with Sammy and do everything they did tonight with them next week.
Makes him look like a gigantic pussy.
Exactly, and then you have Baron do the same to him. Holy shit, poor Ty. Good wrestler. No creativity for him on the main roster. Brian, what's your creative fail?
My creative fail was having Rory Gulak be an EMT yesterday and then have him in a tag match today, getting
Does
squashed.
he live in Philly?
Yeah, he's a Philly guy, CZW.
Well, that's why.
I know, but come on. It's the same crowd out there. Like, we're not breaking that down.
Great observation. No, I bet a lot of people did not catch that, Brian.
Yeah, creative fail.
That's my boy.
Stike Leather agrees with Medine. He says graphics. Creative fail. Bomb Squad member wants to piggyback on me. 2 words. He says Ty Dillinger. It's true. Why did you? His only thing would be to come out number 10 in the Rumble. It's his only thing. And you had that taken away. Heath Slater got an elimination and got his ass kicked before he finally got in.
A record elimination, too.
Good Lord.
0.8 seconds.
Oh, I would like to see the real
That's
clock
what they
on that.
said. That's what they said.
Creative fail. The lockdown graphic for Justin. Our final award is the LOL. Noah, you jackass, you stole mine already. It was your glorious, but my LOL was Nakamura saying I will beat you at WrestleMania to everything AJ said. I thought that was funny. I laughed right along with you, Hall of Famer Noah. What do you got? Creative fail. Ruby Riot's theme song is a blatant ripoff of Blitzkrieg Bop, is what Noah says is his creative fail. Medine, LOL.
New Day throwing pancakes at Corey is what, because this is the second week in a row now. Last week they stacked him on top of his hair, and now this week they're tossing. So I want to see where this keeps going because I think it's going to be an ongoing thing.
Yeah, I like that they're trying to get Corey something. We know it can't lead to a match, so why not? What do you got over there, Brian?
Honestly, it's not wrestling related. It's the trade going down with the Redskins and the Chiefs.
Fine, finish that thought since you brought it up.
Hey, fucking Kirk Cousins. I mean, Alex
What's
Smith.
the trade?
Alex Smith is going to the fucking Redskins.
And what are the Redskins giving the Chiefs?
That I don't know, but apparently there's a 4-year agreement on the table with Smith. Which means they weren't even going to give Cousins anything, and now they're giving this guy something. So Cousins is as good as gone.
Slap in the face to Cousins.
New York Jets.
Justin says the pancakes fly and the ejection was LOL for him. Rusev Day is LOL for Noah. He wished he could find out how to properly celebrate it, though. And Kashmir says, what Corbin says, you're still here to Ty Dillinger, and he replies, yeah, I am unlike your Money in the Bank briefcase. That was a good comeback. So.
Noah, you got to bang a Russian blonde.
Yeah.
That's how you celebrate Rusev Day.
And
Step 1.
LOL for Stike. Rude calling Mojo Riley instead. Can't get it right.
Can't get it right.
Your name's not important enough to remember.
When you're barely on television, you don't expect people to remember your name.
Correct.
Housekeeping.
That shit's out of date. We got Mud Report, Marchives, This Day in Wrestling History. Let it breathe, boys.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me
So, trying to catch us riding dirty, that you will never do. Somebody who has been caught dirty before, our boy Hulk Hogan, is in the news recently because not for anything serious, but the other night he was watching the Women's Royal Rumble just like we were, and he decided to put a tweet out there that stated, well, if I was in the Women's Royal Rumble with all the women, I would throw all of them out. Well, obviously, you're 6'8", you're about 280-plus pounds. Of course, you're going to have your way with all those women. But then he quickly deleted that tweet. So I'm guessing that daughter Brooke was probably like, Dad, you can't just put that out there on social media. Don't you remember? Your reputation's tarnished. Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry about, So that's enough for Hogan.
Those girls, I would kick the shit out of them.
They pretty much said, that's pretty much what he said without saying it. Speaking of getting the shit kicked out of them, Brock, if you noticed in that triple threat match, caught a real stiff knee from Braun Strowman and did not like it one bit. So he decided to give Braun a two-piece. He essentially told him to get these hands. So he gives him the knee. So Braun gives him the knee. Brock takes the knee, gets pissed off immediately, and hits him with two rights, like UFC-type rights, immediately. And then says to him, quote unquote, slow the fuck down in order to get him to ease the pace up on the match. That match was incredibly physical, despite the fake chair shots and the table and whatever. They were really going at it. Hopefully we get to see these two go at it some more. But Braun, before you get Brock's hands again, slow the fuck down.
Noah says he thinks Braun could take Brock or hold his own in a real fight.
Oh, absolutely. But because he took those two rights, but I don't think Brock really gave him two real rights. He just kind of gave him.
That second one, I mean, he hit him right in the side of the head,
right
where he hit the sweet spot.
He sure did. And you saw for a second, Braun was like, "Oh shit!" Like, what was that for? It was like, "Oh, that was for that knee you just gave me." So slow the fuck down.
What else?
Staying with the Rumble, the original plan at the Rumble was for newly crowned champion Bobby Roode to do his open title defense against someone other than Mojo. Mojo was the one who originally got the nod. First plan was Dolph Ziggler. Bring him back. And
what you should have done.
Throw him in there instead of having him be number 30, possibly one of the worst number 30s ever. Not saying he was the worst, but he didn't really get a pop coming out as 30.
No.
But the other plan, though,
because everybody was just so confused by it. The guy left his title and now wants to be in the Rumble.
Right, and he's
hasn't been seen since.
No.
Didn't even really say anything when he left.
And Adam,
Daniel Bryan had to explain it.
How many times has he changed gimmicks in that time? He's gone with no music. He's come out with different people's music. He's done so many different things. He changed his hair a little bit.
Well, now there's a record scratch in the beginning of his music.
Okay, so now there's a record scratch. So he did all these different things to try to get people to care, and I just don't think anybody really cares about Dolph anymore. He probably should have left last year. But the other plan, when you have a big show like this, you have all these different ideas that get thrown around, was for Adam Cole to answer the challenge. But they ultimately decided against that because they didn't want his first match to be on a pre-show, albeit even if it was for the U.S. title, and he wouldn't be victorious, but they just didn't want to waste his debut on a pre-show, so they decided not to have Adam Cole.
That's what Noah's saying, too. He says he would have preferred Adam Cole debut on a main pay-per-view match and not the pre-show. Right. So the fans felt the same way. And I'm glad. I'm kind of glad they did that. I liked having two NXTers in there.
I thought you were going to say I liked having Mojo Rawley.
No, I didn't like Mojo Rawley. I liked having Almas and
it
Adam
makes sense.
Cole
They're the champions. I have no problem with that.
When we look back at the math in each match, you had for the men, you had 14 Raw competitors, 11 SmackDown competitors, 2 NXT, 2 Legends, and 1 free agent, John Cena. For the ladies, you had 8 Raw, 9 SmackDown, 2 NXT, 9 Legends, and 2 Bellas.
Hey, do you know which what female eliminated the most? It was a legend.
I'm going to go with Michelle McCool with 4.
It was Michelle McCool. Actually,
or 5.
Michelle McCool had 4.25. She was one. She eliminated along 3 others, Nia Jax.
I remember she came out like a house, running out of House of Fire. She really did.
Or no, she eliminated Vicky. She was one of them. But she got 4 straight eliminations, and she got a quarter of the Vicky one. Nia had 4, and of course Trish had 3. My weird thing about this, because Asuka only had 2, is that you gave 7 eliminations to legends. There's no build on that. I'm not saying they shouldn't have, I'm saying that normally the Rumble gives you a little bit of clout. The record for eliminations is going to be held by Michelle McCool for a year. And if they don't do it next year, it's going to be held that way forever.
I don't really have a problem with it, Adam. I think it's their due.
Noah says that's what happens when you blow Taker.
Yeah, and she's got the power of Christ behind her. She's a big Jesus freak, I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
But regardless of the fact, those girls paid their dues years before. To give them a record like that, why not?
Hey, do you think Mojo Rawley's new or the entrance? He's just trying to get to the XFL now.
I mean,
No crossover, man.
why not?
Vince said that.
He's got a better. Well,
You can't. It's gonna be. There's. You can't.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this much.
Yeah.
Is Mojo Rawley gonna be around in 2020 in the WWE?
No.
No. So he might as well go try out for the XFL.
Right. Cashmere says on the board that Rich Swann had all the charges dropped against
Yes.
him.
Yeah. A couple days ago.
Wow.
All charges have been dropped, so we'll see. I mean, they
He was suspended though. He wasn't fired.
No, he was not fired. He was suspended.
Indefinitely.
And they were waiting for the results, and now they have the results. So let's see where they go forward.
Berto says, Cashmere, who cares? He shouldn't have put himself in the situation in the first place.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's very true. We got to talk about that stuff because that's what we do.
Right, and things happen with relationships. People get crazy. So
Hey, say
who knows what happens?
Say they find out that Enzo is actually found. Charges are dropped.
He does not get rehired.
I agree.
He's not going to get rehired because he's a cancer. It was like I said, nobody was shocked to hear that. It wasn't like a baby face or a guy that's married with children. It was not shocking. And the reason that they terminated him, it was very clearly stated because he knew about the investigation and did not give them a heads up. So
yeah,
there's that right there is completely different from the way everybody else has exited.
However, he possibly could file a wrongful termination lawsuit if the charges are found that he's not guilty and all charges are dropped against him. There's a possibility he could file a lawsuit.
No, there's no possibility.
Yes, there is.
He absolutely could. He could do it right
that's what I'm
now,
saying.
even if the charges weren't dropped. He would have no case if the charges weren't
That's what
dropped.
I'm saying. He'll have a case if the charges are dropped.
But it's still really hard to prove because there was a documented, when you live in social media, there's a documented history there. The guy says he's blowing all this money on here, he's doing this, he's womanizing this, he's cheated on the wrestler that is in the organization as well. I mean, the evidence would stack up to them. When you come for a wrongful termination for a celebrity, the public eye and image of the character is going to be judged with great scrutiny, and he will not win.
I think he could walk out with a settlement, though.
He might finagle a settlement just to get it. Vince will be like, I just want to get it gone. Just here, take some money and run.
All right, since we screwed
But
up
Enzo will blow that in a week.
Yeah, we screwed up my segue. So, talking about this extra garbage. The last thing I want to mention was longtime TNA announcer Jeremy Borash has left Impact and is now headed to WWE. He's been with Impact, or TNA rather, since 2002.
Since
almost
day one.
Almost day one. Not quite day one, but within their first few months.
Yeah, TNA was the one that was always day one.
So,
but he was more than just
he was a ring announcer.
No, he was much more than just a ring announcer. He was backstage. He was helping with storylines. He helped bring in that whole broken storyline and help make it what it was.
I'm pretty sure he was also behind the championship committee,
Yes.
doing that stuff because he always also did. He would say, this is what the championship committee told me, like that's how his reporting style was. Almost like when Cole would grab the anonymous GM computer and say, this is what's happening.
And he was a vital asset to keeping that company successful through their success. And even when they started fledgling later, he helped them keep afloat. So I imagine that his departure might be the nail in the coffin for Impact.
And without citing an exact, he wrote this storyline, he did this, he did that, we can say that Bobby Roode, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, he at least had to have written some of their angles in there. And all of these people were very well built over there before coming. No matter what you want to say about the product, it did build some superstars, as is evidenced by WWE stealing all of them. Why not steal a creative guy too? And my segue from that is Jeremy Borash, I think, was the creative person behind, I'm not positive 100%, but he was the one behind the whole top 10 and ranking system that TNA had for their contenders. And that's what Daniel Bryan kind of teased and introduced tonight. I thought it was really good. It started to fizzle in TNA to use it forever. And Kurt Angle said after, he had done it all, he's like, I'm going to be number 10, and I'm going to go from 10 to 1. But they blew their wad.
I remember that.
He worked his way up to 8, and then they just threw him in the title picture. They just were like, oh, we can't wait this long. We need you back in the hunt. But regardless, this could be a way to get, new people to the top that are fan favorites. Do we buy into it? Is this going to be legit voting? Are they going to legit follow it? Medine says, why? I thought at least you could take a guy like, Mojo Rawley and have him fight in a legit feud maybe for Jinder because one of them is 6 and one of them is 5 is the only benefit to that. But you also see where everybody stands. It was just so manipulated by TNA, and Daniel Bryan made it feel like the fans were going to manipulate it now.
It was more of a point system, though, in TNA.
Right.
That was 100% gimmick. That wasn't anything. This, I mean...
That's what I'm saying. It was 100% gimmick there and scripted.
Right. There's no points with this, at least as far as we know.
Well, voting. Voting
but
is the only point
it's
that
all
matters.
them, but it's all of the actual wrestlers on SmackDown. It's all them voting for your peers, and you can't vote for yourself either.
Well, my point, though, is to that. Do you think that's going to be factual and accurate?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think there's somebody in the locker room that's being overlooked that's going to get a ton of votes and propel himself to number 1 in the top 10?
I feel like this could be something that they're maybe planting the seeds with Daniel Bryan and I don't know, maybe getting back in the ring or something. I just for some reason I think it's anything that's on TV is a work.
I just don't trust the results. Is my whole point of all this.
I agree.
Neither do I.
At least TNA openly said it was the championship committee that determined the rankings. They gave you a bullshit excuse, but they left it open to, yep, it's scripted. This they're trying to pass off as the fans. And, I don't even feel our election I can trust. I'm certainly not going to trust anything that WWE gets to vote on.
It's like Taboo Tuesday all over again.
Right, and that's what I feel. That's my whole thing.
You've got mail.
So we got a little trip to the Marchives. Check in with Hitman. He is basically trapped there, so he reviews our shows for us. And guess what show he was reviewing for this week's episode?
What's that?
It was the debut of Smackdown. That's right.
Oh.
Episode 36, July 26, 2016. The first edition of Smackdown. Holy shit. Brian's running the board and doing trivia.
Oh, God.
This is when you actually, had some contributions. I don't know if you remember. And you sucked so bad at the board that we switched it up and put me on the board.
It's true.
This is when I was hating hard on SmackDown, too.
Yeah, you were on Rawsome talking all sorts of junk. Dolph versus Dean for the WWE Championship was happening. And yay, we get it. Apollo, you're happy to be there. We were probably talking a lot about Apollo's smile. I don't know if you remember all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So then we got
See us, Dyke.
Shelton's debut video package. That never happened.
Wow, that was
that long
weird.
ago.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Because he got hurt. Everyone but Brian had turned on The Miz.
Ha! Ha!
Good
See?
job. Good
Fuck
job,
you
Brian.
guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
We all came back around.
I wasn't on that show, by the way.
This is why I like the Marchives. He might as well do something while he's stuck there. Everyone but Brian has turned on The Miz, as he said. Adam thinks 2 sets of tag titles are trash, and I still do, because neither one of them has a division beneath them. Adam sucks off Shelton like Rob does KO.
That I actually remember. I remember that very vividly and thinking that was pretty strange.
2 of the things I've been wrong about is they were right at one point. Dean Ambrose and Shelton Benjamin were amazingly great in the ring at one point. Now they're slow, whatever shells of themselves. So, in the words of Rob, I'll eat the crow on that, but go back and watch Shelton's old shit. Brian with some CWC talk. That was happening then.
Oof.
And apparently I called that the Cruiserweight will get their own show on the network.
Nice. Good call.
I am the smartest guy in the room for a reason. Final thoughts between Brian and Medine on the debuts of Rawsome and Smackdown. They both stole the show. Brian, when giving the moment to speak on CWC and Indies, he is so on point. And I'm sure you know the love Medine has gotten from me during this trip. They were the first marked out brand split co-MVPs. Also, have them both on the show tonight. That's why I book things right. Oh, we got another attempt at a call.
All right, try again.
Who's on the line? No, he's just going to chew again.
Oh, my God.
You have to talk.
Yeah, whoever that is.
That's what you do. In 2018, we still use the telephone to talk.
I think that's Juan.
Abre la boca.
If he's just chewing, it's probably just Juan eating, and he accidentally dialed us.
Chewing? Is that what it is? Jesus Christ.
Paulo Cruz is boring. Noah says, even with enough with the phone promos, you're a $1 billion company, and you take away something you should have anyone's use, a freaking camera. That's what Berto says. Yeah, the production budget's cut. You got to use a selfie stick and film your own fucking backstage shit. Hey, Teddy, are you still with us? I hope you are, because...
This day in wrestling history.
I am so glad that this segment has continued to thrive, even in the new year. Welcome to this week's edition of the promo that just introduced that shit.
This day in wrestling history is like The Daily Show. Like, you weren't the first to try it, but you're the Jon Stewart of it.
Okay, I like that. I'm not Kilborn.
Exactly. Like, that's my point.
I like it.
You didn't start it, but you're definitely the Jon Stewart of The Daily Show.
I really appreciate that. That's it's better than the WWE Jon Stewart, because I didn't like that version.
Oh, yeah, little pussy.
That was terrible.
Well, he was doing that for his son.
All right, well, let's get started.
Hate.
No, I'm not going to hate. I guess not. All right. Who beat who? The Rock or Kurt Angle? Brian.
What was the show?
Who beat who?
That's not how this works.
That's not how this works.
Oh, who beat who?
We just told you he changed it and he made it the good segment.
Gotcha.
Now.
The Rock.
I'm
Adam.
gonna go with Kurt.
Board. Hurry up, guys.
The board hasn't caught up yet. Teddy's just saying how that this is the best segment, and this day in wrestling history. No, I'm not reading that. Sorry, that was from Noah. Noah also says The Rock, and Justin says The Rock, and Teddy says Kurt. What do you got over there, Medine? Who's right? Who's wrong?
The Rock defeated Kurt Angle by pinfall.
That's for all of you Rock people. That's for you Kurt guesses. Cashmere, Teddy, you got it wrong. Noah, me, Justin got it right.
Next question. How long did it take? Closest without going over.
Brian?
Adam, no.
No,
we're going
Brian?
No.
Brian?
You're no.
What's your guess?
Do not answer that question. Adam, you go first.
No, Brian goes first. He's the guest host.
No, because everybody knows here that Brian's going to give a time, and then Adam's going to do the Price is Right thing and go 1 second over. So you, host, you shall go first this time.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. How long did it take The Rock to beat Kurt Angle? Closest time without going over.
14 minutes.
I'm going to say 14 minutes, 1 second.
I told you not to answer first.
What's the answer?
You're both completely wrong.
Really?
And I'm glad.
Oh, okay.
This match, surprisingly, only took 5 minutes and 32 seconds.
What?
Hey, guess what? The winner on the board, Justin, he said 4 minutes, 15 seconds. So
nice. Good job, Justin.
Everybody else was way over. Berto said 17:60, which would actually be 18 minutes, you asshole. 13:30 is Cashmere's guess. Teddy says 18:20, and Noah said 16:34.
How is it 5 minutes? Do you have the specifics?
I do. I do have the specifics. And that brings me to my next question.
I love it.
How many matches were on this card? Closest without going over. Adam.
You still haven't revealed the show.
No.
Okay, so because that might change my guess whether it was a Raw and we don't know the year because it could have been a 2-hour period. Fuck, you suck.
Gotcha.
Sunday Night Heat.
I'm gonna guess 6.
Meet bitch Brian.
Brian, how many matches were on this card?
5.
Damn it.
Noah says 4. Cashmere says 8. And nobody else has guessed yet.
Cashmere.
Yeah?
You're the winner of that question. There were 9 matches on this card.
9 matches.
Teddy says 5. 9, 7 for Justin. Every time I hear the number 9, makes me think of Ferris Bueller. He was absent 9 times.
Oh, I think of 999.
times.
What's the fucking Germany movie?
What? The Germany movie? They've made a lot, I'm sure. I'm not a. We don't have our German porn star
With
on the panel tonight.
Bear Jew, that one.
Oh, Inglourious Bastard?
Yes, that one.
He says 9 a lot?
Yeah.
Don't they say 9 in all
that,
German cinema?
That German picture.
Any movie with a German character, they say 9 every time they want to say no.
Probably.
They say 9 or neen?
Nine. No, 9.
9.
They said 9 a lot in Last Crusade. I remember that.
All right. Where did this take place?
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah. Hey,
Brian.
I'm here.
Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Where did this take place, Brian?
Oh, you sounded like you were continuing. Where did this take place?
Yes, Philadelphia. Tonight, the site of tonight's SmackDown.
Okay.
Pittsburgh, or neither.
Neither.
What are you fucking crazy?
I'm gonna say it was Philly. That's why you picked it.
Board.
The
have 10
board.
seconds.
Berto says Las Vegas. That I guess goes under the
That's a
neither.
Okay, neither.
Yeah. Neither for Noah.
Well, doesn't that go under Las Vegas?
That was not a choice.
Well, no, yeah. So he went none of the above.
Yeah.
Kashmir says neither. Teddy says Philly. Justin hasn't caught up to answer yet. So go ahead, Medine.
You're all wrong.
Wrong.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
What? How are we wrong? Isn't that a neither?
No, I said Pittsburgh. I said Philly, Pittsburgh, or neither.
Oh, I didn't listen to your second choice. Oh, Justin did get it right. He got Pittsburgh.
Good job, Justin.
He actually put Pittsburghers, so I think that his autocorrect somehow didn't work.
All right, and the final question.
Uh-oh.
This was a Monday Night Raw, by the way.
Oh, it was.
What year did this take place?
Multiple
Was this
choice?
in 1999, 2000, or 2001?
Can you say some of the matches on the card?
Yes. Good
Ooh.
job asking. See, he didn't. You guys don't do that.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
All right. Then out of the 9 matches, I'll name them really fast. New Age Outlaws went to a draw with Al Snow and Steve Blackman. Christian defeated Devon Dudley. Big Show beat both Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty 2 Hotty. The Rock beat Kurt Angle. X-Pac beat Jericho. Harvina beat The Cat. Crash and Hardcore beat Viscera. Bubba Ray beat Matt. And Triple H defeated Cactus Jack.
2001. Kashmir, Berto, and Teddy agree with me.
Yeah,
Justin
2001.
says 2000.
2001.
Noah, you should know that Steve Blackman was involved.
All right. The correct answer is this occurred on Monday, January 31st, 2000.
2000?
Yes.
Only Justin got it right. He put 2000 on the board. Everybody else guessed 01 like us, including Noah, who retracted his message after he guessed 01 and you revealed that the answer was wrong. Is that it?
That is all. Most of you lost today.
You're such a dick.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to study up on your history. But that concludes this week's edition of This Week in Wrestling History. Adam, back to you.
You're welcome.
So it is final thought time. Let's just close it down. SmackDown and Raw were very good this week. They built a lot of storylines. They started a lot of stuff. I'm worried about the fizzle effect for SmackDown because you have such a long time. There are 5 weeks between now and Elimination Chamber, and there's 7 between now and, what is it, Fastlane? I don't even remember that fucking name.
Yeah, Fastlane.
What are they going to... Are we just going to get watered down, stalled out shit? Are we going to get some bullshit Matt Hardy Bray laughing for 6 weeks before they get to Chamber style? I mean, they're already the number one contender. Rusev and Bobby, if Rusev loses, I don't want to see it again at Fastlane. If Rusev wins, then we obviously get a rematch at Fastlane. Then you're not building your whole top 10, whatever thing. Is that the stall tactic, the top 10? Is that the real reason they're using it? To drag shit on by having an unofficial tournament of rankings. If you beat the guy above you, you take his ranking, right? If I'm 7 and Medine's 5 and I win, I become 5. Medine may slide to 6 and 6 slides to 7, but I become 5.
Yeah.
So is that the whole thing?
If you're asking for a retort, I would say this is going to do some type of roller coaster action where there are going to be some weeks, maybe next week or even the week after, that might be better than this week, but get to like week 4 or 5, and it's going to kind of lull And then obviously what usually happens before a go-home show in week 6 before we get to 7.
And you also have to remember that they usually pad on the bigger shows after pay-per-views because they're still in Philadelphia, right? I mean, they always kind of stack them and make sure that a lot kind of goes on. So yeah, we were in for some treats, but like you said, it's all ebb and flow. And we had a good week this week, and might not have one next week, but that's okay. I hope, maybe, I don't fucking know.
Just don't give us 3 consecutive shitty weeks.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So we got to wrapping this up though. Very simply. I think it's going to play out a little bit. I think it might drag too long. I'm not sure where to go. This is probably just while they plan Mania and do pop tests. Maybe that's all tonight was really a pop test. Anyway, tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Smackdown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased book, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Go away, fat man.